Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is PJP and in this video I'm going to be reacting to quite a few recent comebacks and one old debut song which I should have reacted to when it was released a few months ago, but for some reason I didn't react to it. I think it was because I just wasn't really feeling like reacting to it. I expected it to be bad, so I didn't really bother reacting to it. But anyway, the songs that I'm going to be reacting to are going to be Monsta X's Fantasia, Stray Kids' Top, which is a Japanese song, and DKB's Still, and Moonbyul's Eclipse. And Moonbyul's Eclipse is the song that I should have reacted to when it was released. I think I didn't react to it back then, or didn't even bother listening to it, because I expected it to not really be my thing at all. Especially considering that I liked Hwasa's debut song Tweet, but there was something about it that wasn't really... It was putting me off a little. But now, after reacting to Solar's debut song a while ago, I think it's time to react to it, if for nothing else to compare it to the other two. So yeah. Before we get into the reaction though, I just want to apologize for not recording anything and uploading anything for a few days. And especially it's been kind of a problem for the last 2 or 3 weeks ever since I moved. And that is because I again am struggling with a health issue that I thought I had solved, but apparently I hadn't. And I've made even a video about it, so just look into my channel for nasal spray addiction. And I've been having problems with my nose for the majority of my life, but I thought now I finally stopped having those problems, but apparently again I'm going to be having at least for the majority of the summer. So yeah, this summer I don't know how frequent I'm going to be uploading, but I'm going to try my best to upload frequently, but I just don't want to promise anything because I don't know when my nose is going to be a problem again and when it's going to be working as it is right now. So yeah, I'm not gonna bore you with my problems, so I guess without further ado, let's just jump into the reaction. Starting off with Monsta X's Fantasia in 3, 2, 1. I'm glad to see that they're not moving away from their harder sound, even though one hoe is gone. And again, this reminds me a lot to Follow with the orange coloring that they're going for in this video. It kind of feels like a sequel to it. I still miss Wonko though. Okay, even on first listen, this song definitely has some catchy vibes already. Like, it's already catchy, even though it's the first listen. I like that. Though I'm not sure whether it's more catchy on first listen than Follow. I think it's a little bit behind it. But we'll see. I'm gonna react to it the second time, so we'll see. The beat is definitely catchy though. Okay, I'm really starting to like it. I think I'm definitely gonna love it on the second listen. I sometimes forget that how good Monsta X are with their hard-hitting hype songs. Like, they are an underrated group for me, because I've never really been into them, but I've always been kind of a casual listener. You know, even I and other people have been comparing ATs to groups like BTS, and they definitely have certain vibe to BTS, but now that I think about it, in terms of the songs and the structures and what they're going for, like with lots of singing but also a lot of hard-hitting rapping and in general hard-hitting sound, ATs are actually much more similar to Monsta X, especially with Monsta X's, I feel like, last 4 or 5 comebacks. They're very reminiscent of them now that I think about it. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into this song one more time. This time I'm gonna be pointing out the things that I like and the things that I don't like. Although I don't think there's anything that I don't like, but we'll see. So yeah, let's go in 3, 2, 1. I love how it just doesn't waste time building up, it just jumps straight up into it. I don't know about that styling as a cowboy or whatever he is. I kinda like it, but I also kinda don't. But I also like how he opens up with a hard-hitting rapping. I gotta say, this year, groups have been killing with the hard-hitting songs, like what the hell. Even groups that I didn't expect to release hard-hitting songs like Astro have been killing it. Like, I know Monsta X danced as crazy as here in like Alligator and Follow, but I don't know, there's something maybe specifically about the choreography of this one that really is impactful. And I really like it. Like, I really like the choreography of this one. This is the only part which I'm not really sure on. Because it's not as satisfying as it should be. I think this is the bridge, and I gotta say, for a bridge, it's really fucking good. Like, it's so hard-hitting, I love it. It carries the energy of the song really well. It's honestly one of my favorite parts of the song. Okay, so yeah, I'm honestly satisfied with this. It was enjoyable, it was really good. Maybe a little bit too similar to Follow in styling, coloring of the music video, and in general the sound of the song is not really that much far from Follow. And I don't really like that fact. I would have liked it if it was a little bit different from that. Not that it's a demand from me, and I'm the last person to demand to for a group to always release a different sounding song, because I usually prefer uh, whenever I like a group, for the group to stick with the sound. But I don't know, this song wasn't that different from Follow, and I don't know, I like the song and I will be listening to it, but I'm not as in love with it as I would have been if it was different in sound and styling and everything. But yeah, otherwise it was really good. The only weak part of the song is the chorus part, I think, where the vocalists sing. That's the only part which I don't really like, and that's pretty much the only part of the song that I consider less than average. Everything else is above average. Like, everything else is so good, especially the choreography. I really noticed in this is really good, and I really enjoy that part. So how much I'm gonna give for this song? I think I'm gonna give it personally a 9.7 out of 10, because it's not quite as good as Follow. I don't remember how much I rated Follow. Most likely it was 9 or a 10, most likely a 10. But now I will probably give it a 9.9 or a 10. So compared to that, this one is gonna get from me a 9.7 out of 10. Because it doesn't manage to surpass Follow. At best, it's as good as Follow. I guess it's kind of weird for me to have another group have very similar sounding song to the last song of theirs that I reacted to, like TXT. TXT's Can't You See Me. I feel like in sound and vibe and style is very similar to Runaway. And now with Monsta's Fantasia, it's very similar in sound and style to Follow, which was the last song. So I feel like it's deja vu. Like, last summer I reacted to those songs, and now I'm reacting this summer to very similar songs. I don't know, it's kind of funny to me. So, oh yeah, I almost forgot. Objectively, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 because most people are not gonna give a shit about the little details about the songs or anything. I think most people are gonna love it, especially Monsta X fans, so there's that. And yeah, now let's move on to the next one of this video, that being Stray Kids' Top. And prematurely, I'm gonna mention that there's a huge possibility that this part of the video, specifically the part during which the song plays, is gonna be the sound is gonna be removed. The song, you're not gonna be able to hear the song because most likely it's gonna get blocked, yeah, it's most likely gonna get blocked because Japanese songs tend to get blocked. But I'm still gonna keep my reaction to it and the video. But you're most likely not gonna hear the sound. But there's also a possibility that that's not gonna happen. So yeah, I just wanted to warn you. So yeah, without further ado, let's just jump into it in 3, 2, 1. I really hope I like this. I have no idea how it's going to sound. I know that it's an anime opening. It's definitely very rough and hard hitting. I gotta say though, the instrumental is a bit too loud. I can barely hear the guys singing and rapping. Also interesting, we didn't have Jisung, was it? We didn't have him rapping, but actually he was singing. I love how interchangeable the members of Stray Kids are. Like, a lot of the members can both rap and sing. Yeah, it's so annoying. I can barely hear the guys as rapping and singing. That's Hyunjin, right? How frequently do we hear him rap, actually? I feel like he's a very underrated rapper in Stray Kids. Like my favorite rapper is by far Changbin. With instrumental, it's definitely really good. Pretty much a 10 out of 10. It would have been great if I could actually hear them singing and rapping, but I guess we can't have everything. Hyunjin, don't bias rate me. Oh my god, Felix with those blue eyes and that mint-ish hair. He looks so good. And is Bangchan with red hair? I really like the coloring of their outfits and everything. They look really good. Especially these outfits I think are really good. From these outfits, Hyunjin with the red jacket and the jeans looks so good. I love it. Okay, before we get into it again, just a few thoughts on it. I don't understand what the hell did they do with the mixing, but it's terrible. The instrumental is way too loud, and the singing and the rapping is way too quiet. Like, this might as well be just an instrumental song for me. But the music video, on the other hand, is honestly really good. I love the styling of the music video. I love all the outfits and a lot of the colorful hair. I love that. I want groups to keep doing that, and I feel like it's kind of been scaled back a little in the last 2-ish years. I don't know. It just kind of feels like it. It's not as prominent as it was in like 2014 to 2016, but I feel like it's coming back again, which I'm happy about. Like, I'm not pushing for idols to ruin their hair with coloring and everything, but it just looks better. What can I tell you? So yeah, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. I love Hyunjin in this video. He looks so good, what the hell? He's wrecking me so hard. Especially with that red jacket, I love the way he looks. Yeah, when I can actually hear the song, it's actually really good. What the hell did he do with his... what are the things on your eye called? God damn it, I don't know the word in English, but he has colored even the hairs on his eye white. That's really cool. It makes his face look so kind of alienish. It looks really pretty, but it's so weird. Like, until you notice it, you don't understand what's so different about his face. Hyunjin is killing it in this video. I think at this point I've almost learned every single Stray Kids member. I think the two that I still can't tell are Sungmin. I think that's Sungmin, right? And this is In, or I Am. I don't know. Those are the two members that I still struggle with. Also, with those jeans and the red jacket, Hyunjin looks so tall. Like, what the hell? He's wrecking me so hard. I think he's the MVP of this video, for me at least. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty decent song if it wasn't for the mixing, honestly. I hope that's just an issue for the music video version of the song, not uh, the actual song. I hope that's just a YouTube issue, because I would be very disappointed if every single version of the song sounds like this, because that would be such a waste. I don't know what they did with the mixing, but it's so... the instrumental is way too powerful. I don't know if it was intentional to hide the members' voices, and if they weren't speaking perfect Japanese, which I very much doubt, because they fucking nailed the English in the Levanter English version, so they probably nailed the Japanese too. But yeah, I don't know, it's probably just an producing screw up or editing screw up, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But other than that, yeah, the song is honestly pretty good. The rapping is solid, the singing is solid, the choreo is so good. I love it. I honestly love it. I love this song. I don't think, but because of the way it sounds, like the instrumental being so overpowering, I don't think I'm gonna be listening to it. Pretty much because of that only. Because otherwise, the song is really good. It's just, this is such a huge issue though, because you have to turn it to like 90% volume to be able to hear really the rapping and the singing to a decent amount. If the actual version of the song is not like that, I would listen the shit out of this song, but other than that, yeah. So I'm gonna give this one personally a 9.2 out of 10, because even beside those things that I said, it just doesn't feel like it's a 10 out of 10 song. Like, there isn't anything necessarily bad with the song, it just doesn't scream 10 out of 10. And I think this might be the first Japanese song of Stray Kids that I've listened to, so that also might play a role in why it's not a 10 out of 10. But still, it's honestly a really good song, with only the instrumental being overpowering being the major flaw, or the only flaw of the song. So because of that, objectively, I'm gonna give it... I mean, I can't give it a 10 out of 10, because after all, they released the song like this, so I guess I'm gonna give it a 9.6 out of 10 otherwise, because it is a really good song, but that's just a really big screw up. But it happens, so I can't put it too much against them, so yeah. Now, let's get into the next song of this video, that being DKB's Still. And if I remember correctly, I reacted to DKB's debut. I think it was called Mama or something. I'm not even sure whether it was the debut, by the way. So, I don't think I really listened to it on my own afterwards, but I think I liked it decently enough. Like, I didn't hate it, that's for sure, but I don't know how much it blew me away, because I didn't really listen to it afterwards. But that also might be because with how much songs I react to, my playlist just gets bigger and bigger, and unless a song really stands out, I don't really tend to listen to it, even if I do say that I'm going to be listening to it in these reactions. Because like Red Velvet's Psycho, when it was released, I think I even I complained a little bit during my reaction that it was a little bit boring for me. And honestly, it's not a bad song, but I didn't really end up listening to it at all ever since it was released. I haven't really listened to it. So yeah, I guess let's get into it and see when I'm gonna like it and whether I'm gonna end up listening to it in 3, 2, 1. Wait, is this the same entertainment which Samuel is in? Answer down in the comments. I mean, by the time you answer, I would have checked it out myself, but do comment it down below. Oh, I love this guy's hair. This guy's visuals are really good. Okay, I'm honestly kind of liking it. I expected a bit harder hitting rapping, but this is actually very satisfying singing. I like it. Not bad. I gotta say, they really have very unique faces. Okay, I did not expect that. Okay, that really caught my attention. How many members are there in this group? Okay, even though I don't remember the last song of theirs that I reacted to, I think I like this one more. I like how this song is kind of mainly singing, but there's really hard-hitting rapping in it as well. I feel like these songs are my favorite types of K-pop songs. Or at least the ones that I consider the best. So, are all those guys the members? I assume so. Because they have some very unique looking people in the group. I want to see one of the members up close, but I can't really see a shot of him up close. I think it's the one with the longest hair. The one who's on the right. Or should I say the left? Their left, my right. Was that the member that I liked from the opening? Okay. Honestly, this wasn't half bad. Again, I'm not sure, I don't think I'm necessarily blown away, but I'm honestly definitely, it has definitely caught my attention, especially the chorus was actually really good, in my opinion. But yeah, let's get into it one more time, and I'm gonna get over, talk about the things that I liked about it in 3, 2, 1. The opening here is really good. It's like very similar to ATEEZ's Answer in the way how the opening is carried by the vocals of the members. I really love that. This guy is definitely visually my favorite, but I want to know if that's the same member as the one who I asked for later on in the song. Is that the same one? It doesn't look like it. That's the guy I want to see up close because he has a very unique face. And I wonder whether he's Japanese. I really love the chorus, by the way. This is such a unique chorus. I love it. The chorus is definitely my favorite part. I think the only slight complaint I have for this song is the instrumental could have been a little bit more unique. But I think it's just the style or genre they're going for that is making me feel like it's a bit generic. Wait, is that that member? No, it's not. He's the one on the left, while the one that I really like how he looks is on the right. Yeah, definitely have to check out this group's member profile page. So, counting the members, there's 9 members in the group. I feel like 9-member groups don't really have luck, because Stray Kids lost a member. Did iKON have 9 members? I don't know, but I think the boys had 9 members and now they have 8. Ooh, that was a really cool back and forth between the vocalists. I thought the chorus was gonna come again, but I guess it didn't. Wait, the chorus is so good though. I love it. It's so good. It's my favorite part by far. Okay. So, I think I like this song. I definitely think it's more memorable than the last song of theirs that I checked out. Mainly because of the chorus. That's pretty much the only part of the song that really sticks with you, at least for me. And it's the part that I'm definitely gonna remember, and it's the part which is gonna be making me listen to the song at all. I don't think, again, I'm gonna be really listen to it as much as I do for most of the songs that I like. Like, recently I've been listening to Dechita, NCT's Punch, and TXT's Can't You See Me constantly. I don't think I'm gonna go that far with this one, but it's definitely gonna be on my casual list of songs that I will listen to once in a while. But yeah, it still needs a little bit more things going for it to be interesting enough for me to really like it. But there's a lot good in it, definitely, and I feel like more than the last song, because this one definitely stuck with me more. Like the opening, I love the vocals for it. Then we get into the chorus, which is so good. I love it. But then after the first chorus, and no, actually after the second verse, in which there's the rapping part, after that the song kind of loses me a little bit. It loses my attention a little bit until the kind of ending part where the vocalists face off each other, or should I say go back and forth. And that kind of second half being weaker is what drags it a little bit down for me. And then it kind of ends a little bit abruptly. Like, I feel like they should have went for another chorus there, but they didn't. So yeah, it is a good song, don't get me wrong. It definitely is a good song, but there's some left to be desired for it, definitely. At least for me. If you enjoy it, that's completely fine. Like, I'm not the arbiter of what is good and what is not in K-pop. It's just my opinion. So, personally, I think I'm gonna give this one an 8.7 out of 10. Because it's quite good, but it definitely needs quite a lot of things, like a more interesting chorus, which again, as I said, it might be just the genre they're going for, with a song that is making it, that is just inherently sounds generic to me, but there's that. And just a little bit harder sound in general would be needed for me, but overall, I like it. Objectively, I think I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10, because if you're the kind of person who doesn't like the roughest kind of K-pop songs, but you also like hard-hitting songs, I think this is the perfect song for you. Again, as I said, it's very reminiscent to me in a certain way to 80s' Answer, which is not the hardest hitting song by 80s, but it's the one that balances singing and rapping the best, I feel like. Like, neither overwhelms the other, and in a huge way the singing actually carries the song and connects the rapping verses together, if you get what I mean. So I feel like this one kind of does the same. even though they're in different genres and sounds completely, but yeah, it's very reminiscent of that. And if you like those kinds of songs, I feel like this one is really enjoyable, and in fact it is pretty good, if I gotta be honest. It's just, for me, the genre and pretty much the genre and the instrumental is what is dragging the song down for me the most. But yeah, I guess let's get into the last song of this video, that being Moonbyul's Eclipse. And I think I'm gonna like this one because before deciding to react to this actually, I just listened to a little bit of it on YouTube on some video. I don't know what I was watching, but it just showed a little bit of this song, and I really liked what I heard, so I decided to do a reaction on it. So I guess let's get into it and see what I'm gonna love it in 3, 2, 1. Is this one of her outfits from Hip? Because I'm pretty sure it is. I love her singing voice. Imagine this being my favorite out of the debut so far. Yep, I'm already in love with it. For some reason, I did not expect her to release this kind of hard-hitting song. But it actually makes perfect sense for her to release this kind of song. I love the fact that she's not only a rapper but also a singer, and she shows her versatility in this song. Like, I love both her rapping and her singing. I'm sorry I'm not talking, I'm gonna talk more during the second reaction. I'm just focusing on the song right now. Okay, let's get into it one more time in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I can definitely say that I like the song, but I feel like it's lacking a little bit. I'm not exactly sure in what, but it just feels a little bit underwhelming. I think it might be the rapping is lacking. Because the singing in the beginning here, I really like. But again, even the rapping in most of the song is just... it's good, but I don't know, maybe it's the chorus that doesn't really have as much as an impact as it should have. Because the rest of the song is really impactful. Both the singing and the rapping. Okay, on the second listen, the chorus is not as uninteresting as it was on first listen. But again, I feel like it should have been a little bit harder hitting. I gotta say though, I love how different all the debuts of Solar, Hwasa, and Moonbyul are, yet all of them still fit kind of the vibe of Mamamoo, and also fit the personality of each of them. Like Solar's song is so unapologetically Solar, Hwasa's song is very much Hwasa, and this is very much Moonbyul. Like, I love it. And out of the three, I think this one is definitely the closest to my style of songs that I love the most. Like darker, hard-hitting hype songs. But in a certain sense, I still feel Hwasa's debut is the best. The objectively best. I don't know. Maybe it's just because it was first that I feel like it is the case, but I don't know, I just feel like this one lacks the impact that makes me want to listen to it constantly. It's not a bad song, but I don't know. Like, this song has a lot of good. The singing in it is so good. It's just as good as any other Mamamoo song. The rapping for the majority of it is too, but I feel like where for me it falls apart a little bit is the chorus. It's not as harder hitting as it should be. It should have much harder drop, but it doesn't. Okay. I mean, there's also a little bit of a possibility that I was just hyped a bit too much because I heard a little bit of it in some video on YouTube, and I was expecting the rest of the song to be really good, which is why I usually don't check out teasers, because teasers of songs tend to hype me up way too much, and I end up being disappointed by the actual release, and I hate when that happens. I prefer to be blown away, not to be disappointed, because genuinely listening to a teaser, a 20 out of 10 song, and then just the song being released being a 12 out of 10 is bad. Because even though the song it's 12 out of 10, it's not as good as I expected it to be, so I end up feeling disappointed rather than blown away, even though the song is objectively really good. So I feel like this might be the case of that, but I don't know. What I can say for sure is that I am unsatisfied with the chorus because it's not as hard-hitting as it should have been. That's my biggest complaint with the song. The rest of the song is honestly really great. As I said, the singing is great. The opening part is really good. Also, the rapping right after that is also really good and hard-hitting. And the chorus itself is not bad. It just could have been better. Could have been bigger of a drop and just harder hitting. That's the main complaint of the song. So yeah, personally I'm gonna give this one an 8.8 out of 10, while objectively I'm gonna give it a 9.4 out of 10, because again it doesn't really feel as good as Hwasa's debut, which I feel like it's the best. I mean, it's the one that I've listened to the most. Again, it's the oldest, and it was the first, so that might play a role, but I listened to Hwasa's Tweet quite a lot. Not as much as other songs, but I listened to it enough. For Solar Song, I also listened to it a decent amount, but not as much as Hwasa's, and I don't really think I'm gonna listen to this one that much, because at least those songs had kind of a really catchy hook that hooked me into the song. Like Hwasa's Tweet was like tui 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 tui, that was the part which hooked me in. While for Solar, I actually don't remember how the song went, but it was definitely... Oh no, I remembered. It was the during the chorus where the choreo is where you shake your butt. That's kind of the part. I don't know how to describe it. It's where they go, yeah, yeah. That's the part which is the hook for that song. But for this one, I don't really have that kind of thing. So because of that, I feel like it's the worst in a certain sense. But yeah, it's still not bad. It's by no means bad. It's still better than majority of songs I've ever listened to, but it could be better too. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any K-pop songs you want me to react to, make sure to comment them down below, and I'm gonna add them to my list. Though I don't want to promise when I'm gonna get to your specific request, because I do have a lot of songs to react to, and especially when there are a lot of comebacks, I want to react to all the B-sides and everything. And especially right now, I've been overwhelmed, and we're already getting to another batch of comebacks next month. So it might take a while to get your specific request, but I'm gonna do it eventually. So please do leave them down below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad, where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you do end up enjoying my stories, or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon or Subscribestar, where you can pledge your support and help keep the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. And additionally, I just want to mention that all the money you decide to support me with are gonna go towards my transition, because if you're new to the channel or you just haven't noticed it by this point, I'm actually transgender, but I need just a little bit of help to be able to afford my transition. And my good friend Yuri, who I met through my YouTube channel, has been helping me out with that quite a lot. But if you could help me out too, that would be really great and really appreciated. But I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, so if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!